Create your custom manifesting action plan. Hashtag MAP. Isn't that awesome? Comes up with the word MAP, which is what we're going to create to help you manifest all your desires. This action plan is a very powerful tool, and it will manifest your desires if you make it a part of your beliefs and feelings. The goal is to create your personal manifesting action plan that is simple and easy to use daily. The key is to use it frequently, putting visions in front of you, words out to the universe, feeling it, visualizing, getting very clear on the life you want. Universal laws. They are guidelines that help us to understand the rules we live by in this world of energy. Your thoughts, your words, actions, and intentions are all energy. Where you focus your thoughts, your dreams, and your intentions is where the energy goes. Energy flows where intention goes. When you add emotion to your energy, you manifest. The more you think of it, that's a frequency. So then this universe picks up your signal. So think of yourself as an antenna tower, and whatever frequency of emotion, energy you are sending out, that signal, and everything has a signal. Every emotion has a signal, money has a signal. So when you come from your heart and you're always sending signals out of love and above, life flows. You're in the river of abundance. Opportunities show up, people show up. Life flows smoothly. When we're in those lower emotions, anger, frustration, guilt, jealousy, competition. Now, I want you to think of this, though. This is not your fault. We were not given a manual at the beginning to understand how us humans work. And your parents, your teachers, aunts, uncles, school, church, hopefully they did the best they could to raise you to be an awesome, conscious, awakened human being that is a benefit to this planet and can help it be a better place. But that is not always true because they were teaching you off of their learned behavior. So that means if their parents or teachers or whoever was influencing them, and realize you're a computer from the time you are 0 to 6, you're just downloading the information as a computer and recording it. It's your hard drive. So that's all you know. Okay, so this is where we're going to start at. We're going to talk about emotions, and a lot of the emotions aren't great. That's why you haven't been manifesting these great things. Okay, we can be triggered real easy to a negative emotion, especially if we did something dumb, or we're embarrassed, or we feel stupid or lack and limitation, or especially if people are telling you that. So when you add emotion to your energy, you manifest. And the more you think of it, that's the frequency. The universe is picking up this signal and it begins to build your desires. Now, when you write your intention statement, that is an order form to the universe. That's why we want to get very clear on that, because the universe says, okay, then you add those emotions in on it, and they're like, oh, they really want that. Let's get building. And when you are in alignment with the emotions, the energy you are giving out in alignment with what you want to manifest, then the right people, the right opportunities, they just show up in your life. Life flows smoothly. You have placed your order with the universe and it created it for you. But you also have to be calm and aware and take advantage of the opportunities and the people that show up in your life. In Feng Shui, we have 3 secrets of reinforcement. This cure is for all adjustments. I'm going to give you an example. First, there's a body secret. This is a mudra. I'm sure you've seen people in church hold a prayer mudra, or in feng shui, we do a heart calming mudra. It is just a hand where you hold your hands in a spiritual energy. The speech secret is a mantra. These are chants, these are prayers, and they're very powerful. So the chants are a vibration, and especially if they've been going on, maybe they've been passed down thousands of years. Prayers usually go to a specific, like angels or an ascended master or Jesus or God. It's going to that frequency. I'll give you an example on frequency. And when you pray to a certain energy, Princess Diana had so much love and compassion. There is actually a grid, a Princess Di grid around the earth. Now that's pretty awesome, but it gives you an idea of how powerful love and compassion and cooperation is. And that frequency is there forever, guys. You can tap into this. Okay, and then there's the mind secret. This is seeing your desired results in as much detail as possible. You feel it, you believe it, it's already there. I'm already sitting with my feet on the beach, Hawaii. It's hot. I got my sunscreen on, got a big old hat on so my face don't burn, and my feet are in the sand, and I'm feeling that wind gently blow across. Oh, the trees, I can hear them and see them swaying, and there's dolphins jumping. And I'm so happy and grateful because I'm getting ready to go eat lunch at this famous mahi mahi taco restaurant with the best margaritas around and a great dessert. And I'm there with my tribe. We've manifested this all together, and this is a group of people that are ready to help awaken the planet and awaken people one by one like this to help them start manifesting everything they deserve and desire. They've been controlled and they've been living their life. They don't even know who they are, what their purpose is anymore. We want everyone to have a great time. So that's an example of when you really are feeling it and in alignment. In feng shui, a cure I may give is, let's say there's a big sliding glass door in your relationship area. That's the energy for a partnership to leave. So it could be business, could be a loving relationship, could be a family member. And if they don't place a cure, most likely that will happen. Here's a cure. I could put a wind chime up, and every time I open the door, I hit the wind chime, and I'm visualizing calling the energy of that loved one back in, that they stay here. They stay in the business, they stay in the family, they stay as my man or woman, whatever it is. And by doing this, and then we also have secret chants we do, but you can just state it out loud. So you're telling the universe, you're holding the vision, and you're connecting to the grid of calm and love and energy of manifestation. This is just an example. I'll get more into some of these things later on in the course, but you will always be given feng shui information because I've studied with masters and been doing that over 20 years. And consciousness, mind shifting, law of attraction. The podcast is actually called A World of Energy, and it's about thriving in this world of energy, which this course is part of it. That's what I wish for you, because I know if I help you, you get excited, you live a better life. That's what we all want. You find your purpose, your heart is bubbling with joy. There is no time because you're in the zone, you're in the now. You get to do everything you want to do, hang with the people you want to hang with, and you know what your purpose in life is because you've had time to breathe, think about it, and start creating the life of the things that make you happy. So just because kayaking and skiing and being outdoors makes me happy, that may not be your favorite thing to do. So it's about getting clear on what you want so that you begin to do this deliberate creation, because you're creating every second of every minute of every day. But are you creating what you want or more of what you don't want? Okay, law of abundance. It states there is an endless supply of everything. Lock that in, guys. Did you hear that? Put your hand on your heart and turn the key. Lock it in. Click. Endless supply of everything. We live in an abundant universe, and there's more than enough love, more than enough money, and more than enough things. You are creating your own reality. So look around, and it's telling you what's been going on in your mind. Now, don't get freaked out. This is called good. Why? Because now we have a starting point and we know what you don't want. We get to start creating what you do want, and you get the tools and the support in a system that works for you on your time on what you want. That's why it's a custom manifesting action plan. So let's take a look. Do you have an abundant mindset? This is where you have a positive attitude and you believe good things are going to flow to you. You help others and you are never worried about lack. You can have a positive attitude, but not believe good things are going to happen to you. That's often why people that are chanting affirmations, that they're just kind of talking and they're not giving it energy. They're not giving it the visualization and they really don't believe it. So it's just talk, blah, 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 blah. Do you have a scarcity mindset? That's where you believe there's a limited supply. And so you have to look out for yourself first, because if you don't get what you want, there's not going to be enough for you. Now, once again, this could have come from something happened to you. You were left out when you found out that you could go get the candy bars, they were all gone. Now it's locked in your emotional body, and that you don't even know you're thinking about it all the time, that is impacting you. I'm going to give you a couple examples of abundant and scarcity mindsets. Make sure that you identify which works, which one is you, but don't judge yourself. I want you to be aware and observe it. That's it. There is no judgment. We are only gathering information. There is plenty to go around, or there's a limited supply. So somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Well, the positive one is the abundant mindset. There's plenty to go around because we know this is true. It's a universal law. Okay, life is easy and anything is possible. Life is hard. Nothing ever goes my way. I'm feeling people can relate to these sentences because I hear people all the time and I try to help self correct them when I hear negative words. I can't help but want to do it because I want to help people. They're just like, oh, why does this always happen to me? Because that's the energy you're attracting. That's what you're sending out. That's what you're getting back. Why? It is law. Oh, those opportunities are so hard to find. Good things never happen to me. Or opportunities are so easy to spot. I have more than an abundance of opportunities, and I get to pick and choose what makes me happy. Okay, the next one. You enjoy life and you're happy with it. Oh, I'm so stressed out. Oh, I have to struggle all the time. Do I have enough money in the bank? What bills are coming due? Do I have food? Is it clothes laundered? Do I have meetings tomorrow? Doctor's appointments? You know what? It's not my fault they cut me off in traffic and I ran into the wall, even though you weren't paying attention. So just be aware, guys. What mindset are you in? I can tell you one of the biggest shifts I've ever had is when I stopped watching TV. And actually, when my mother passed, I got rid of the TV because I couldn't even turn it on and there wasn't something negative. For 4 weeks, try not to watch TV. And if you are watching TV, do it from a mindful place like, oh, I want to watch, the Super Bowl, or I want to watch the Sunday church service, or there's a really good positive movie on whales or something like that. So, me, instead of TV, what I choose is Gaia.com. It's a spiritual TV. It's where I get all my education and learning that I haven't received or am not working with masters or experts right now. And it's where I find the people I'm interviewing on my podcast. Why? I get to pick and choose what I like, what I resonate with. Mine, it's kind of obvious. I like to help people self development, awaken consciousness, sacred geometry, water, all that kind of stuff is what interests me. That's what I go watch. Now, there's something else I recently discovered through a Facebook friend. And it was just a colleague that I had worked with. And I usually am really trying to stay off of Facebook. I don't want to get connected into anything, but it said free TV. And I thought, well, anything free I'm willing to look at. That doesn't mean I have to watch TV, but I'm keeping my options open because it appeared in front of me for a reason. So it was called Roku. A Roku device was $29. I had a bunch of credits. I don't know how I got, but I manifest that. I got it in a couple days, and you don't have to pay for TV. I was able to watch the Super Bowl with my 93-year-old dad for free because I had Roku, and I went to the sports channel. They have all kinds of stuff. If you do want to watch a TV series, like I do like that show Alone, where they put them out somewhere. Like the last one was in Canada somewhere way up in the middle of nowhere, and they have to survive by themselves, and there's bears and cougars, and they don't give them any food. They drop them off. There you go survive. I like those kind of shows because I love survival shows. I'm a country girl. I like to, I start a fire from, scratch, build yourself the tools to do it. Like I would love to be on Survivor because I just think, well, that's how I kind of live. I could obviously believe I could win that. And if I did want to win it, I could do it because I bet you 99.9999% of them aren't sitting doing manifesting action plans. So there you go. Okay. So if you're in a scarcity mindset, we want to shift it. Be aware and try to stop watching TV. Let's talk about it for a minute about how you're being controlled. On TV, repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. What do repetitive words, repetitive images do to you? Well, it's what you're doing here, except we want good things in our life. We don't want to be programmed, I need a cheeseburger, because what's that? Oh, that might be food that has chemicals in it. That might be food that dumbs you down and makes you fat. Oh, you might want a big Coke with that, which is only sugar. So, guys, be aware of what you're doing. And for a 4-week period, prove to yourself you love yourself enough to do these simple things. Now, if you have a movie night with your wife or husband or friends, hey, do it. I want you to be aware because you're designing your life. I'm not doing it. I'm helping give you the tools, explain them to you, and use the 50 years plus of knowledge I've gathered from the beginning of growing up with Native Americans, learning about how to eat cattails and make pillows out of them. Okay. Avoid the negatives. That's the friends and the family. Don't tell them what you're doing. You know, uh, don't lie to them, but don't say, hey, guess what? I'm in this free program and for 4 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm manifesting everything I want because they are going to steal your dream from you. They're going to knock you down and say, whatever. Do you really believe that you can manifest anything? You've never done it before. Don't you remember all the times you've tried? Isn't that nice, the word try? At least you're taking some action. So, first look, how happy are they? And is this the person you really want to go to get advice? This doesn't mean you don't like them or love them. It means they're negative. Their energy is low and it's not in alignment with what you want. We talked briefly about social media. Please don't get controlled or hooked into the drama. And be wise with who you choose as your mentors and those you follow. I'll give you a quick example. I followed someone and she called herself a reverend, and she said she was so intuitive and all these things. She used the word fuck more than some of the male leaders that I don't follow because I don't like the cussing all the time. She was constantly posting negative things about Donald Trump and what a horrible person he is and getting all this reaction from people. What kind of reaction do you think it was? Negative, because they either agreed with her, so they were jumping on that bandwagon, or they didn't, so they were going to stand up to her because I'm not agreeing with what you say. Oh, don't even, that's a whole nother program, guys. I study this stuff, the collective conscious, the levels of consciousness, how we're being controlled. So just please use common sense, scroll through, and you can unfollow people for 30 days. If you have people that you know are going to post negative somethings and you don't feel like dealing with that, you shouldn't deal with it, because this is the beginning of a journey to yourself to have the best life you possibly want to have. Because now, with science and quantum physics coming together and the way we can communicate around the world and raising the vibration of the planet as we are, and more people going to the other side and seeing it and being able to travel and come back and tell us what's happened, there's just a whole lot of stuff going on. So please take the time, if you're in this program, to do this for you. Get a journal. A journal would be white paper, and that's a brand new journal and a brand new blue pen. That's going to help you manifest quicker. And I want you to really think about it. Don't just go grab a journal. You could even make one if you want, but this is about inexpensive and being able to do the tasks. That's why I don't put beautiful pictures usually and big banners in this, so you can print it off and not burn up all your ink cartridges. Okay, so write everything down. There's something about writing it down. First, it like becomes law. You just made it law. You write your signature down. You write your notes down. There is a higher connection, and it comes down to your heart and it goes out your hand. Then so when people will do journaling, and they will get in a what's called free flow, and usually they do it in the morning when they get up, and they just start writing and they let their soul go wherever it wants, and they have their little rituals, but they're at the beginning of the day setting their day for intention and releasing maybe dreams or things that came up, which I'm a dream teacher, and your dreams do mean things, but we're not going to get totally off subject here. So when you journal, it is a great way to activate your heart chakra. And this is the most powerful mind we have. If you can get up every morning and the first thing you do is smile and crinkle your eyes with a smile, you're going to activate some chemicals that are going to make you happier right away. And then say 3 things you're grateful for. Well, I'm grateful I can get up with ease and set my intention for the day. I'm grateful I have a hot running shower. I can go and get fresh and clean and reboot from that. I'm grateful I have a flush toilet, so I don't have to go outside and use a corn cob to go to the bathroom. Guys, these are just examples. You can say, I'm grateful for my partner. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my kids. Gratitude is so powerful. You have no idea. You should be able to feel it in your body, feel it in your heart chakra right away when you start to say it. So if you just say 3 things, and you can do a lot more if you're in the mood, guys, then get up and put some music on. Right now, I'm into Rael, and I'll be sharing some of those links with you. And then there's another song about money, manifesting money. So pick songs you like. So you get up in the morning with excitement, you start your day happy, you set your intention out, And music has an impact on your body because you are 80% water. And semantics is vibration creates sacred geometry or other forms depending on what the vibration is. And that's how you can understand more about vibration. Go to Emoto and look at water crystals. Your thoughts and everything, they become crystalline structures that he would freeze. So we want to think positive thoughts. We want to start our day good and we want to look forward with excitement. That's why I'm helping you create this action plan because it's going to be customized to your life when it works for you. You know, if you're a mom of 12, maybe the morning is not the best time to try to grab a little bit of time to do the visualization, but she can do the intention statement or the belief statement. You know, these are just simple things that you have to create for what works for you because what's the goal? That it becomes a habit. You get up and you do this until you have to change it because you're manifesting everything you want. I want to give you a quick example of manifesting. First, I always park in the front of every building I ever go to. In part-time, I'm a shopper. What is a shopper? A shopper goes to like Costco, Cub, Aldi, Cashwise Liquor, and shops and delivers items to people. Most of them are like in wheelchairs, disabled, mothers with children, live far out of town, husbands are in the military, single parents, whatever it may be. It's a very rewarding. I love doing it. And so it helps me, first of all, balance out this working all the time in my mind and working with others. And I completely lost the track where I was going, but oh, gratitude. Well, I'm grateful for that. Anyway, I'm going to get going on with this because I'm not going to re-record it because I get good downloads and good information. And I believe the way it is the way it is. I give you permission to do live streams and to teach classes and not edit anything because I stand in my truth and I'm real. I am who I am. Excuse me. Quantum physics and the law of attraction. So quantum physics is a study of the smallest particles known to man. The law of attraction works on aligning the energy states. When your frequency signal is love and above, that's your heart chakra and up, you attract higher frequencies of energy. When your frequency signal is blame, anger, frustration, those lower ones, you attract more difficulty in your life. And what are you thinking about the most? Well, if you're thinking about that, those lower emotions also take energy away from you. And emotion is a fuel to it. So you think of debt. Somebody in debt's always thinking about debt. Drug addicts. Why can't they get off drugs? They're always thinking about drugs and they put emotion into it. And that's all they think about. I can tell you, I'm an ex-drug addict. And it's like every second you're like, oh, where can I get some? What kind? How am I going to do it? Horrible, 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 low energy. The law of attraction is responding to you, to your point of attraction, and your point of attraction is caused by your thoughts. That's why we want to start with being aware of our thoughts so that we can mind shift them. The way you feel is caused by the thoughts you're thinking. So the way you feel about yourself is your strong and powerful magnet point of attraction. Listen to your words, write them all down. I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm dumb, I can't do that, I'll never be rich. If you're saying those things, guess what? You're right. You want to be right? Go ahead, because you will be. Or do you want to shift that and visualize and see and feel and be part of the abundant universe and living the life you want? That you have lots of quality and ethical people in your life and you get to go do fun things. Like I love outdoor sports. I get to go boating and skiing, and I like to play cards and go bowling and travel. And animals, if you like animals around, and where do you want to travel? Who do you want to travel with? What kind of clothes do you want to wear? What kind of cars do you want to drive? How many cars do you want? How many houses do you want? Start opening up and manifesting, and don't forget to ask for help. Every 24 hours, your guides are sitting there. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. And you're like, why isn't anyone helping me? Because you haven't asked. I'd say this every morning when I get up, I do my meditations and these little things I'm telling you. I actually do all those things. And I just say, I call him my God squad, because my God squad is of light, obviously. And I've set my intention for that before. All beings of light, pure white light, that has my highest and best intention, and the highest and best intention for Mother Earth and the universe. Okay, so it is such a powerful law, this law of expectancy. The law of expectancy states that you expect with certainty, and then those things become your reality. This is a law, guys. It's just we've been thinking, or you've been thinking about the wrong things, and you are creating your reality. You're just creating the one you don't want, the same boyfriend you don't want, the same money drama you don't want. Do you expect life, love, and money is hard to come by? Or do you believe and feel it's expected to flow into your life? Money flows into my life easily. I just looked at my bank account and I really have no idea where about $300 came from. I can't figure it out. I've Googled it and tried to find out who's putting that money in there. And so this happens to me where I just get money. I want to give you another example of the law of expectancy. So I watch and study probably 5 hours a day, this kind of stuff. It's just part of who I am. I love it. My one of my deities is a scholar. And so I wrote down fourth dimension, and I wanted to get more information on that. The fourth dimension, we're in the third dimension. The fourth dimension is a collective conscious. And that's a controlling one. And that's where the 1% is thriving, controlling you as they become richer and richer. And I wrote that down, and I wanted to remember the morning ritual. There are 5 little exercises to do that protect you, especially I'm an empath, to set my day, align my energies, because we are an energy being and we have a big aura. And I wanted to make sure that I start getting these things as part of my action plan. And don't worry if you're confused a bit. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss. I will go over the 9 areas of your life and the 9 areas of your business where you can set goals, because I do feng shui. And we have a thing called the Bagua. So I wrote that down. I wanted those 2 things. I wrote it down, and I have this white tablet I got at the dollar store. And I write things on there, and then I put it down, and they seem to manifest. And they did. I no more than turned Gaia TV on, and it said, picked for you, the 4 dimensions, a follow-up series with Barbara Handclough. I love her. That's one of the people I study with and read all her books. And then the other one out of nowhere, which is crazy, but this is how it works. And it was, I love Regina Meredith, the interviewer. I modeled her the best I can. She's just spectacular. So we have one of my very favorite hosts, and on there she had Donna Eden. I love Donna Eden. I read all her books. She has the 9 energy centers, and I study energy, obviously, because feng shui, the first law principle is everything is energy. And guess what universe we live in, guys? An energetic universe. Everything is energy. So I wrote it down, sat it down, turned the TV on, and the top 2 choices that were picked for me by my other viewing were the 2 things I wanted to do that day. Gets better. So, what books do you think were sitting on top of my bookcase? That's right. Donna Eden's Energy Medicine. And you guys, she also has one for women. That's spectacular. And then, yes, the one on the realms with Barbara Handclough. So this is just an example, and you can start small. Like you want a rug for your bathroom, you want a new refrigerator, you want new friends in your life. Start thinking about what you want. Pretend you're a little kid. Don't you remember? I remember being 4 years old and it's like, what do you mean there aren't fairies? Huh? What do you mean I can't go play outside that next year I got to go to school? Why would I want to do that? Everything I need's right here outside. I'm 3/4 earth and a wood element. So, yes, I'm meant to be outside. Outside. Okay, to focus on. So, I want you to start thinking about these things. Make time for you and really focus on this program. The clearer you get on what makes you happy, the more your heart opens up, and what you want is what you get. So the first week is about trying the tools out and writing your statements and creating your dream vision. You will continue to edit your statements, guys. That's perfect. Get started until you write it down. It's just in your head floating around. And when you write it down, then it's easier to see words or things and edit it. And that's what you'll be doing. And then once we get it right, we're creating this program that you're going to do like in the morning. The first thing I do is gratitude. Then when I brush my teeth, I do my allowing statements, which is mirror work. And I don't like the word work at all. So I call it allowing using the mirror. And when you really look into your eyes, you are looking into your soul. And when you're telling yourself the truth, you feel it. And if you guys cry, everybody does. It does this. Everybody who does allowing in a mirror does this. And that's where you can do your belief statements. I believe money flows to me easily. I believe these wonderful people, ethical and moral, whatever you want. I'm going to be very specific with mine. I've done all the scoundrel education I need on the planet, so none of that's coming to me. I am ready. 2020 is the year. This is a year to help people, be part of a community, part of a movement. And yes, guys, we can shift this negative world we live in into the most beautiful place ever. And all it is find what you love, dream big, and believe it's going to happen. Bring others with you because this is how we're going to shift the planet. We have to shift the planet, guys. You got to look in what's happening in your world right now. So, this is what we're going to do to get started. I will continue to add tools the rest of this week. If you're listening to this at a later time, everything is set. You can go to the Facebook group. To join this, you want to go to bit.ly/manifesting action plan and register. You'll be redirected to the group, and then you're going to go through sections. And everything's going to be week ones in there. I'll be doing live trainings. You'll be able to watch those at a later date. And get ready, start dreaming, because when we get to the deliberate creation part, whether you want to call it treasure maps, treasure boxes, dream boards, things around you like that, it is fun. Alrighty, so that is your introduction, and I will be back with the other 5 tools.